Good evening. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order for September the 9th, 2025. Let the all board members are present. First item on the agenda will be the minutes of August 12th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Sewer adjustments, August 13th, 2025 to September the 9th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Doesn't look like we have anybody here from Heritage.
Dave is
Dave's
here.
here.
You want me to go get him?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the department heads first, then. He's not in here. But first we'll go, we have any old business. Trevor,
I don't believe so.
Joe,
Nope.
Chris? Nope. Okay, then we'll go into the department heads. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go ahead and start. Guys finished up our garage over there, so looks real good. Done an excellent job on that. We got some new garage now. We've needed it for a long time. We gotta take the garbage packer, we gotta take it to Indy tomorrow, be equipped for the toter system, our old packer, for a backup. Taking it up tomorrow. We'll have it 3 days, they said, and get it back to us. We'll use our old one, our backup. Chris Smith's last day is next Friday. So, we got a call last night. So he put in his notice this morning. So, Friday will be his, September 19th will be his last day. And then, I called out for quotes on the alley over here. I called 3 companies and, only one got back with me. Followed up on the other 2, they said they would, but they didn't, but, got the quote. All Stars the only one that got back with me on the alley quote, so there's that. That's about all I have right here.
So on that quote there, Vince, he didn't receive any other ones. Can we move on that one? We've got, I think the money's in the MBH restricted to cover that. I went over and looked at it earlier. It's shame I looked at it. It's pretty bad shape, so we need to get it done. It's used quite a bit. With that,
Motion to approve All-Star paving, $14,948.
Second.
I think they're gonna mill it.
Yeah, they're gonna
They're
mill
gonna just west.
about half of it, he said, and then pave it from 256 to Cherry Street, so all the way through.
Okay, so have a motion in a second. All in favor? Motion carries. Okay, any questions for Shane? Thanks.
Alrighty, ordinance side, still hitting the grass, it's slowing down a little bit, and the gravel had not much rain, so grass is slower, still hitting a few here and there, still hitting sanitation hard, a few vehicles here and there. All in all, ordinance is somewhat slowing down for the most part, definitely the grass. Building side, fuel mart, I'm sure Dave may mention, but the road's completed, very nice, definitely an improvement. As far as the Mexican restaurant, that is completely finished. The fire marshal and I went there and inspected the suppression system, everything passed. So pretty much ready for business, ready to open. I know, I think the health department has spent a long time off on a thing or 2. Other than that, they're completely ready to go as far as getting Mexican food in there. You see a couple of new homes are being framed, structures are up there in Audrey, looking pretty nice. Is what they got going on there. Duncan has paid for the permit. Everything is paid in full there, so they do have the building permit for that. Hopefully, haven't heard much when they're gonna break ground, but hopefully here soon. Get some improvement going there, some job site work there. And, DG Market has decided, structuring stuff up. So same likewise there. Hopefully they get some, advanced approval there and get everything going on that side as well. That's pretty much about all I got.
So the Duncans say when they thought they'd get started.
I was talking to Shane there, I have not heard, I said, once we pay for the permit stuff in full, I'll reach out and see if I can get kind of a date, when they expect to break ground or moving forward there, but no, I know they did pay for the permit last week. They did mow the lot there, there's both of them there, they did mow, probably a week or two ago, week and a half ago, so. Hopefully here soon moving forward, but I can reach out and try to get a date.
Okay. Questions? Thanks, Todd. Go ahead, John.
Okay, we put a new gate up at the headworks. It was like a canal where stuff would just linger in there and stay in there. So we got that fixed, where there's nothing in there now. We dug a line up on 4th Street. It's full of roots. Just keep cleaning the clarifiers, the headworks, and just keep everything clean over there. Doing a lot of beds and cleaning beds and pumping the beds and everything. We fixed a force main on Blue Road where somebody was hooking up the water and they hit the force main, so we had to go up there and fix it. And we pulled pumps on number 5 lift station, had things in it, and we pulled pump on number 11 twice and had stuff in it. And the UV system is working, but we've had to Band-Aid it up a lot just to keep it running. And that's about it.
Questions?
Nope.
So I guess Dave can elaborate a little bit on the UV system here in a minute when he gets, we'll go to him. We'll go.
Monthly stats for the department, we answered 625 calls to service, 20 arrests, 14 citations, 4 warnings, 4 accidents, 48 reports. A lot this month. We got everything back for Logan Barker. His first day at work will be Monday the 15th. The only other thing I have is Officer Byers requested to cash in some of his comp. He got around 40 hours. He was wanting to get cash in 15 hours. Talked to Chris about it, since I guess we don't have a policy in our handbook. Bring it for you guys for a motion to approve that. For around $380.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All I got.
Any other questions from Chief? Todd?
Got those tests completed that we have to do each year. We got the preliminary results back. Everything looks so good. The only thing I haven't got back is one's the E. coli test, but they send you a known sample. We have to run the test. It usually takes them a while to get those back. Knock on wood, everything else looks good. Plant looks great, and no, John said the UV system is about shot, but they're doing a good job of keeping the limits down on that. I know they're having to add chlorine, do a little extra, but it's staying down. And everything else meets limits on everything else. Really, that's about all I got, really. I know that I haven't smelled, like John said, I haven't smelled anything going by the plant, but I must have taken care of what
I think
was
yeah,
normal over there.
that new gate, that it was just laying there, would never get out, so we put a new gate in there and got every bit of it out and closed the other gates, so I think it's helping.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Yes, sir.
No questions for Todd? So, okay, then we'll go ahead and jump in before we go into new business. We'll let Dave kind of elaborate a little bit on some old business, give us an update on the UV.
Yeah, give you some updates. North County Drive project is basically complete. Need to do a final inspection on it, but it looks like it's open all the way and traffic's on it, so.
Yeah, with that, Chris from All Star called me yesterday. I know Jeremy's gone, so I'm gonna run it by you and run by the board. He don't think, the if we stripe that road, it's gonna stick.
Right.
So, I told him, for my opinion, I don't think it's necessary to stripe that road because it's not a roadway, it's actually an access to those businesses.
Really, that's about all it is, you know, and it is a problem that there's a special type of, and even it doesn't matter, it's a special type of striping you have to use on concrete. And even that is not extremely durable. What's gonna happen is gonna end up peeling up and looking bad.
Yeah.
Then you got a problem, probably, I don't know.
So they
Last
did.
year or two, and then it'll start failing, you know, so it'll happen.
And that's something else he wanted to talk to you about, so I'm gonna have you call Chris.
Yeah, I'll call him, I'll give him
On
a
that.
call, he never reached out to me, and I've got a pay request to there, so I'm gonna.
But there'll be a deduct, off that we'll get some relief on, like there's $2,800 in there for the paving, somebody to stripe that.
I'll say I've got a pay request here, so we're gonna hold on that date.
Yeah, I haven't reviewed it, I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't have time to get to it.
And then there was, where they didn't move the fence and the post, so we'll get some funding relief on that.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
Which to me, it was somewhere around the neighborhood of $5,000 we would save. And I don't think it's necessary to regularly stripe that road myself. It really looks nice. They've done a great job.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it turned out pretty well, you know. And I hope we get some general rain instead of cold stranglers.
Yeah, I mean,
Let that grass at least get a foothold before it comes
well,
to trees.
long time coming on that road. We needed it
Oh, Lord.
desperately.
It's been what, almost 10 years probably.
You know, it's a blessing. So thankful for that.
So we're happy about that. The PH Pro got ordered. It's coming for lift station 8 that we talked about. The UV, we're in the process of designing the structure for that UV you purchased. And we're gonna be on site tomorrow to do a site survey and make sure we got all our ducks in a row and come up with a final design for the layout of that. And I hope to have plans ready for your next meeting, you know, that we can put out to bid for the actual structure that's gonna hold the UV, you know. And we'll have that contractor install that UV system is what we'll do. You know, that's our intent, you know. So that's moving along. We're currently doing, we met with the mayor and, we looked at, doing some creek clearing and cleaning and basically re-ditching, you know. And we're in the process of researching the permit requirements to do that work, you know. I think what it's gonna require is a permit, but I don't have the final results of that research yet. And at your next board meeting, I will.
We'll let you know what's going on there. Dave and I, Shane, and with Jeff Coombs and Chris walked the creeks all the way from Audrey on through to the bridge, even down past the bridge. We went to.
Yeah, down to 31 basically, from Audrey to 31.
We got a lot of eroding in the banks everywhere on that creek, silting in the bottom. So that's letting some of the water come out on the house side on 256, getting into some housing. So we're looking at trying to do something with that creek, just bring it up to what we did.
The problem is to fix it right, we have to get into the creek below the normal water line. And that's what spurs the permit. You know, like before, when we cleaned the creeks out, we didn't do anything in that bottom of it. We just took the debris or trees and the growth on the sides. And you can do all that you want, you just can't get into that bottom portion. But to fix the creek, the section that we're looking at, you're gonna have to get in there and do some re-ditching, because some areas are just totally silted up.
Yeah.
And it's changing the course of the creek. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
You know? So I should have a definitive answer for you by your next board meeting on the permit requirements and, a schedule, you know, timing that we anticipate for that. So we are working on it, just don't have the answer yet. You know. On the large wastewater job, you know, we did some work on the environmentals for that. We did a cover letter and responded to some other questions that they had for the environmental review for that. We think we've addressed all the questions that we have so far. They wanted pictures and photographs, and we got all those and submitted all that information. So I think all that's moving along. We also received sewer plans to review for that new development. I forget the name of it. What's the little 14 house?
Cove.
What's that?
Corner Cove.
Yeah, that's it.
Corner
Yeah,
Cove.
Corco. And we'll have a few comments on that. I'll get those out this week. You know, it looked okay. I talked to John about it, but there's some details as far as how they connect to your existing manhole that I want them to follow. I'm gonna make them core drill it and make sure they put in a boot in there, you know, instead of knocking a hole in the side of it, trying to grout it, you know, they make a core boot, you know, and it's not called out that way.
Yeah.
Plus, that manhole is deep enough where they're gonna have to put a drop on it, you know, some type of drop in there, either internal, external drop, whatever they wanna do, but it will need a drop. So that was really the only things I saw. I think the slope was fine, location to me was fine, the right of way they had proposed looked fine. I didn't see any issue with any of that.
No.
Materials they were proposing were fine, I didn't see any problem with that, so I think it's really just a matter of, making sure they make that connection properly, and it's shown on the plans, and you should be okay with that. The park ribbon cutting is scheduled for 9/25, you know, it's the grand opening, whatever they're calling that. And the only thing I had was the solar project, it's moving along, they've got the collectors in, or whatever you call them, the actual solar things. And, they're just working on the wiring now, looks like they've got the controls and distribution panels set, so they're really down to the wiring part. If they talk to me anymore, they act like pretty soon they're gonna wanna transfer that load.
Yeah.
And they're coordinating with you, and the access is all working out, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like, at times I've been in there, it looks like everybody's got their own little
Yeah.
path to get where they need to get.
Yeah.
So, but, that's basically what I had.
Any questions for Dave?
Nope.
So on that UV system, how long is that gonna hang in there? And I don't know, when do you think?
End of the month is,
End of the month's the end of your disinfection system.
Yes.
You have to start up again until
it's
April
gonna
1.
last till then.
Okay. We're covered there.
So we're almost there. And then, you know, hopefully we'll bid that, job here, you know, in the next 60 days, you know, we'll bid the installation. And then really the biggest challenge is finding funding for that, you know, for that, the actual installation and concrete structure for that UV system, you know. So we gotta find some funds to fund that, some way to fund that, so.
So the bid is October, November, and with the start back up April, how long does it take to swap that out?
I shouldn't take it more than 2 months, about 60 days, you know, so build around. So you already have the equipment, you know, only other thing you need is, you know, construction equipment, you know, excavator and concrete rebar, you know, all that stuff's readily available.
But we'll have it all ready in time.
Yeah, it should be online for, April 1.
Appreciate it, Dave.
No problem.
I don't have any old business. Jump into new business. Any new business, Trevor?
Do we wanna add a policy for cashing out comp time, so they don't have to do a request every time? Or are we having?
We have in the past, it's like when we build it up, Sean will come in and ask like year end and they've got to, you know, if the funds are available, that's,
Okay.
and that's, as we move forward with this new budget, just caution you.
Okay.
That's all I'd say.
Anything, Joe? So what we need to do now is actually, Chris's last day is next Friday. So we need to publicize an opening, and I would propose that we publicize that as a part-time, with the new truck coming in, to let people know that, we will be, going to a new system in the future, and there'll be some information coming out on that, going forth before we do install, putting out the cans stuff, but we'll get some information out to the general public, so they'll know exactly when they're coming, what's going on, but, I think with that and the relief of some guys off the back of the truck, the budget restraints right now, our best option right now is to go at least listed as a part-time. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, if you got any comments.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, at least see what's out there. I mean, we might not get anybody to apply for part-time, but we might.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not saying that we won't fulfill that full-time down the road, and I don't know if the budget restraints, how hard that hits us the next year or two, which I know it's going to. And with the relief, hopefully we'll, with the new truck, it's gonna eliminate some time picking up trash. I hope it's safer, cleaner, quicker. And then relieve the two guys off the back of the truck to be able to use those. And I've already talked to Shane about this, and he thinks we can work that out that way for now, see how it goes. Just like to have a motion to post that as a part-time.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Alright.
Motion carries. We'll get that done. That's about all I got. Do you have the, Fireman's Festival coming up? And all of that?
Fireman's Festival is coming up, September 26th and 7th.
26th and 27th. And, he alluded to the, ribbon cutting at the park, has to be at 10 o'clock on the 25th. If anybody can make it.
Do we have a date for Midwest Tacos ribbon cutting?
No, I talked to him the other day, he actually wanted to hold off, they actually opened it this week and started selling that food. So he wants to hold off for about a month, he said, so he doesn't give a date.
Yeah, I had a couple guys eat it last week and they really liked it, so.
Yeah, and I've already tried it, it's pretty good, yeah.
Where's that
Out the fuel mart.
at? Gilmore, that's what I was thinking. That's good.
You have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Alright.
Motion carries. Thank you.